Hey, everybody, welcome back. Today we are going to review the NCAA, the SEC media rankings that just came out this past week. They have ranked the top 16, and we'll get into a little return production on the offensive side as well, a little bit, maybe quarterback and maybe another position up next.
That's my standard. That's my standard. My champion standard. Champion standard. Pull up with the answers. Yeah, the answers. The champion standard. Champion standard. Yeah.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. Rob and I back here for another session. Please like, download, and subscribe. I'll wait while you click the subscribe button. I'll give you a few seconds to click that subscribe button.
Okay, all right. 5
Yeah.
5
Okay.
seconds.
Yeah, you got a few seconds. Really need those subscribers out there. It helps a lot. You won't be disappointed unless you're a Texas fan, and then you'll appreciate being able to see something each week that you don't like. So
Yeah, the season's coming up quick, man.
it is,
Season's
man.
coming up fast.
7 weeks, under 7
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah, and we're gonna have a nice Sunday show for the season, man. We're gonna have. I'm excited for the routine of it. So like getting our we're gonna be talking your 5 takeaways. We're gonna have the dashboard sponsored by SIS Data, which is completely different than what we had last year, which is really cool because SIS is better than PFF. PFF sucks. I hate that. I don't like them. And then we're gonna have all 22 film, where we're gonna take and we're gonna break down film of our favorite plays and the good ones, the good, bad, ugly, maybe something where we take the good play, a bad play, and an ugly play, something like that, every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
It is the most jam-packed hour and 15 minutes on Sunday.
Yeah, I'll extra caffeinate on those weekends for sure.
I'm gonna be decaf. I'm gonna have a bottle of whiskey, man. I'm getting back into whiskey.
Yeah. What's rough about during the season is, if we're all being honest, we drink so much on Saturdays, and then roll around. We're wanting to do our pod, and you're like, "Hey, you want to drink on the pod?" I'm kind of like, "Oh, not today, man. I got a hangover." There's days like that too. So, but yeah, we'll have to get back to our whiskey drinking on Sundays again. Make it a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, SEC Media Days was this past week. I think they broke it up into 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
OU went on Wednesday. Really nothing surprising, comes out of those media days. It's just a lot of coach speak. You don't really learn anything that you didn't already know. I did love the fact that they accidentally played the Texas A&M fight song as Steve Sarkisian come walking out, and I'm like,
that was funny.
I love it. And then Brent, one of the things I heard him mention is he talked, a little bit about the Jackson Arnold situation last year and him not really having a fair chance last year. And, they tried to get him to come back, and they understood why he wanted a fresh start, and just very open and candid about the whole situation, which I can appreciate. Yeah. Nothing nobody doesn't already know anyway. So in reality, we hope it works out best for both sides.
Sure.
And we hope that Jackson Arnold loses that 4th game of the year when he comes to Norman.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, there's no bad blood there. I mean,
no.
It was an ugly year.
He handled it
one of those years where, right? Well, go back and watch that Alabama game. Mm-hmm. Like, he took some serious shots. Yeah. Like, they asked him to basically, here's the offense. We don't know what we're doing. We're going to run a lot of counter, and we're going to have you run the ball like a lot off of it. Some the replays and stuff. So like, and he took some shots, and he ran the ball like 15 or so times. And I think
at least
9 or 10, at least. And double digits were double-digit worth of times his number was called. It wasn't like a
Mhm.
scramble. Like, it was like, hey, you got to run between the tackles and stuff. And he took some
Right.
shots. We got that upset of the year where we stormed the field. That doesn't happen. Brent might not even be the head coach right now. Let's
True.
be honest. If you lose that Alabama game, he may not be the head coach. It's possible. That's kind of
Yeah.
how the year,
You-
how bad of a year it was. And
5
Arnold got that
wins,
win.
no bowl.
So
Yeah. Yeah,
just
you're
saying.
right. You're right. I just thought the way Jackson carried himself in a tough situation, was just pretty professional for such a young guy. Like, if I can flash back, I'm trying to think of a comparable comparison. Like, Spencer Rattler as a freshman did not handle and carry himself very well.
He's a jerk.
Yeah. So
He's a jerk.
I'll always appreciate the way Arnold handled that situation and root
Yeah.
and hope he succeeds. So, but yeah, we mentioned the rankings came out. They ranked all 16. I think you have an image of it there that maybe we can pull up
Yep.
and as we talk.
I got it.
Yeah, perfect. I don't really think there's any surprise here with the top two. Yeah, I'm sure you agree with that, Rob.
Yeah.
Texas
well,
and Georgia. They have easier schedules, and they play each other, but their schedules are still cake compared to some of the others that are on here. So it doesn't surprise me at all that you got both of the.
This
It does
is
to you.
well, Texas at 1. This is Georgia and Alabama's conference. Like, this is their. I mean, we live in their world. If I'm a Georgia or an Alabama fan, I am. I can't stand the likes of Texas in this conference and the amount of love they get. This is Georgia and Alabama's conference. Those two teams have won at least the last 5 or 6. They have to go back to LSU in 2019.
The Burrow year. That's it. Yeah.
This is Georgia and Alabama's conference. Can you imagine being a fan of their fan base of running this league, and Texas is just like, we're gonna be, they're number 1 media one, like stupid. No, Georgia's gonna beat the living crap out of them, man.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, they are. They're gonna beat the crap out of them.
And that's what I was going to say. The top two are probably right, but I think they're interchangeable. I think you can definitely put Georgia up there at 1. They had a semi down year last year and still won the conference championship, right?
Yes.
So
Georgia had a down year, correct, and they still won. And they brought most of everybody back. If anything, their offense just got, adding Zachariah Branch, and they added a receiver from A&M, Noah. I forgot his name. A tremendous receiver. 2 receivers are really good, and Gunnar Stockton is going to be your typical game manager, but he's got a cannon for an arm. And it's just, hey, is he accurate enough? But he's got Zachariah Branch, who
I know.
I don't know how Riley lost him, and I don't know how he underutilized that kid, because that dude is a Sunday player. Kirby Smart and his coaching staff is too smart to not put that guy into first, second round contention for the draft next year. Georgia's gonna be a tough out, man. Georgia, like I said, Georgia and Alabama. I know, it's not Saban's Alabama, and DeBoer and Milroe were not a good pair. Him having Ty Simpson, a 4th, 5th year guy at quarterback, DeBoer and Alabama offense is going to roll. They've got Ryan Williams and the slot receiver Bernard. Bernard. I can't say his last name. They're gonna roll, man. I was kind of surprised Texas at 1. I figured it would be Georgia and Alabama behind them, and then you would have your darlings at 3 at Texas. So
yeah, sometimes it's a media poll, so the media polls generally got a little bias, and so I think there's the Arch Manning factor sometimes that it factors in here a little bit, just with the expectations with him coming in. But yeah, I'm with you. I think both of you and I both agree Georgia should probably be 1 and Bama maybe 2. But yeah, Texas should be, I don't think, any lower than third, because LSU's good, but I don't think they're quite up there with Texas just yet. But I think their offense is loaded, so we'll see if.
Yeah, LSU, you've got one of the best slot receivers in the game in Aaron Anderson, who's a 5'8" speed demon, and he's a matchup problem. And then they added Nick Anderson, and we know Nick Anderson, familiar with his game. If he's healthy, he's a good receiver. Good receiver.
Mhm.
And Nussmeier, he's got a good arm. He's got a cannon for an arm. He's got a great arm. But he had all the time in the world with the bookend tackles he had last year, and Will Campbell and the other guy, the right tackle escapes me. So LSU, I think you could have had them at number 3 and 4, swap Texas or whatever. The other team I feel that's kind of disrespected here is actually Texas A&M. I respect Mike Elko. His cover 3 match defense is fits perfectly into the SEC, and they've got a really good run game. They're going to bring everybody back on the offensive line, sitting there at 8. I think I think coaching and run game is going to get them a notch, a little bit wins over some of these teams that are ahead of them. So, and they still got a great defensive line too. I thought they were a little low. I think Ole Miss is a little high. I think South Carolina is a little high.
Yep.
I think Tennessee is maybe right where they need to be.
Yeah, Tennessee's about right where I saw them falling off when they lost Nico and a lot of those other people that graduated. But yeah, South Carolina's getting a lot of love, in my opinion, because you got them right behind all of the kind of heavy hitters there, sitting at 5th. That's really high. Considering where they were a couple of years ago, they were kind of in the bottom 5 or 6. Beamer's first year, and he's done a good job with that program for sure. But
the only team go ahead.
No, you.
I was gonna say the only team I see that they got like right is probably Missouri. Missouri needs to be kind of down there, man. They're gonna be terrible.
Yeah, and I would say they got Mississippi State correct as well.
Yeah. Where would you slot OU? OU sitting here at 10. Where are you putting them? Like, who's just above them and who's just below them?
So, in my opinion, I think you could put them at 7.
Okay.
I think they're a little low. You said A&M's getting a little bit of. If we were to re-rank these, I could see OU just behind if you move A&M up to 6, maybe. A lot of people are really high on Florida and Lagway and them. So, and last year they had a really difficult schedule, just like we did. So I can see, A&M, maybe Florida at 5, A&M at 6, OU at 7, and then push Ole Miss down to 8, maybe.
Yeah, man. This is like an order of finish too.
It is.
So if we're slotting OU at like 7, what is that? Is that an 8-4 season?
Yeah.
Or is that?
It's 8-4 on the cusp of 9-3, because in reality you can have, let's just say the top 2 end up 10-2 for sake of argument. I think that may have been how it ended up last year. Well, the next 4 to 5 could be 9-3, and an 8-4 in there very easily. I feel like it's kind of. I hate to use the word top heavy, but I feel like there's a pretty good break in between the first and second half of the league this year, where you could have a couple of. You could have a couple of 1-7s, a couple of 2-6s down there at the bottom.
So for reference, last year, Texas finished conference 7-1, Georgia 6-2, Tennessee 6-2, Missouri 5-3, Ole Miss 5-3, Alabama 5-3, LSU 5-3, South Carolina 5-3, Texas A&M 5-3, and you had Overall record: Texas at 13 wins, Georgia 11, Tennessee 10, Missouri 10, Ole Miss 10, Alabama 9, LSU 9, and South
That's
Carolina 9.
with
So you
bowl
you
wins.
could be you could be a 7th ranked team in the SEC and have 9 wins.
Yep, and have five or almost 6 conference wins in some situations. Definitely five
Yeah.
conference wins if you're in that top 7. So
Man, it's deep, man. It's really it's deep.
Yeah, and looking at it last year, which I'm looking at it right now, we play 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. So again, OU does not have one of the bottom 4 on their schedule to start the season, which is kind of crazy.
You would think they would there would be at least one, but I'm not one. If you guys follow the pod, I'm not one to really complain about the schedule because I think every single year it's going to be tough. Maybe a little bit tougher than others, but this is one of those leagues where, like, let's say next year we get one of those bottom 4, and then Kentucky has a 10-win season, and Arkansas has a 9-win season or 8-win season, which is not out of the realm for those schools. It's just this league. You can finally get your easy schedule in the preseason, and all of a sudden one of those teams is a 10-win team, and now you're like, well, shit, we've got out Georgia and we've got this 10-win Kentucky team, and now it doesn't look so easy.
Yeah.
So I think every year's can be tough, but this definitely feels, when you're the Missouri Tigers, who, I don't think they're going to be very good next year at all. But Dorkowitz, he's a good coach. He sticks to his system. He could be a tough out again. So, and that's your 12th ranked team on your schedule. Auburn sitting there at 11.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, we won't dive into the details, but TFB had an insider report everyone should go take a look at. Makes that 11 Auburn Tiger does not look right.
A little low, isn't it?
It looks a little low.
Yeah, you could, yeah. I'm with you there. I think Auburn's good. I think Arnold with those receivers, and they already had a lot of. The one thing about Hugh Freeze is he's been able to recruit. I've seen him on sidelines throwing guys under the bus and doing other things like that, but he can definitely bring in the players. There's really not a whole lot of question about that. So I know he did it once before. Where was he before? Ole Miss. Ole Miss when he got caught cheating.
Got caught trouble.
Whatever.
Yep.
Okay.
So I mean, he's a SEC veteran, like most of these coaches are. I mean, a lot of these coaches have at one point in time, coached in the SEC. I mean, even going to Sark when his time at Alabama, or Beamer with his time as well. I mean, all these guys have had Billy Napier. I mean, they all are very connected, and they all understand the stress and the amount of time and the hard work it takes to win in this league. And I've always appreciated one of my favorite quotes of Brent going into the start of SEC last year was, the league is unforgiving. And absolutely it is. It is unforgiving league. There are so many good coaching, from head coaches to the staffs that they put together. Georgia's massive staff. I mean, it's tough. But I think 10's a little low for Oklahoma. I think I kind of agree with you. I would have probably slotted them at like 6. I'm not a big believer of the South Carolina Gamecocks. I'm not a believer in who's else up there. I'm not a big. I think LSU's going to take a step back.
Yeah, I think Ole Miss they're maybe where they should be, but I think they're taking a step back this year.
I would have, if I was going to rank them, I would say Georgia 1, Bama 2. I would say, I hate to put
Texas 3, man.
Yeah, Texas 3. I would probably put. I I don't know if I could take LSU at 4. There's got to be another 4 in there.
Yeah,
I guess so.
like between LSU, A&M, and Florida, like you could interchange them between 4 and 6. I feel like,
Yeah.
and then maybe OU
I
7,
feel like there's going
Auburn
to be.
8. Maybe you
I
put
feel like
Auburn
there's
at
going to
8.
be there's going to be somewhere, like you said, somewhere between like 5 and 10. That's just going to vault up there to 4. I just don't really know if LSU, they'll be good,
Yeah,
but I don't know if they're going to be top 4 good.
they got Bauer Sharp. That's their secret weapon. They got
Yeah.
Bauer now, so
Yeah.
watch. He will have a probably a better season down there than he did
Yeah.
towards here. But hey, I got a question. Where would you slot Michigan in this group of teams?
Ooh, good question. Ooh, I put them behind A&M and in front of Tennessee.
Okay, middle of the pack.
Yeah, middle of the pack. I put them. Yeah, right there at like at 9 and slots Tennessee down. I think it's a good. It'll be a good game. We should win that game. Like, there's no reason why we should lose that game.
Yeah, for sure.
You've got a veteran defense with a defensive coordinator / head coach that said, I'm the defensive coordinator, and he's going up against a rookie quarterback. Like, there is no reason why we should lose that game. That should be an automatic win. Just get it done. Like, go do your job.
If we only win by 7 or 10, though, Rob, I'm fine with that.
I at this point, I don't care about.
A win's a win, and just start stacking wins on top of each other and getting better. But
we could win by 1 point on every single game, including the Illinois. I don't care. Just win.
Yeah.
I don't care about scoring margin. Just win. Find a way to win.
Yeah. That's what we're all pointing to. So anything else on the standings? One thing about preseason standings, one thing we can say for sure, Rob, is they're very much wrong about many teams. And we'll see how it will. Like, if you took this now and did it at the end, there would be some glaring differences. So we'll see how that shakes out. That's always the case.
My final comment with OU at 10, like, if you looked at the roster, there's no way you would rank OU at 10. If you looked at the roster,
this is 6 and 7 record bias.
Like,
that's all this is.
With the amount of, you have RMT that is going to be an early day pick. You have Peyton Bowen, who could be an early day pick. You've got RSJ that's going to be a draft pick. You've got Dominic Williams, Jaden Jackson that will eventually be draft picks. Kip Lewis that's going to go around the 3rd, 4th round, where his compadre did this last. I mean, there are draft picks. Mateer is going to be a draft pick. I mean, there's draft picks everywhere on this team, and you slot them at 10. I think that's a slap in the face to the coaching staff, because if this was a Lane Kiffin coaching staff or a Brian Kelly or even the DeBoer or Kirby Smart, if they had that roster, it would not be at 10. Like, if you go through here, I mean, really look at the coaches that are ahead.
Right.
You've got Kiffin, you've got Brian Kelly, DeBoer, Sark, Kirby Smart, Josh Heupel, all these coaches that have won in the SEC. That's simply it. I mean, if you look at those 9 teams and you look at the ones that are below, it's the usual suspects of coaches.
The fact that you have Carolina at 5, OU at 10, like, just that, looking at that, a snapshot of that, you're kind of like, what? Yeah. How's that make sense? So back to your point, talent's there. So this has to be solely, judging this on Brent's track record.
Yeah. And every other coach's track record too. I mean, not just, it's not like just like, hey, we're indictment on him, but also all the success that Kirby Smart has had. Gunnar Stockton hasn't done anything. Like, technically Georgia doesn't have a quarterback, but they're slotted at 2 because they know that what he has to do is not very much for that Georgia team and that
Right.
coaching staff to like take all that potential of that Georgia roster,
Mhm.
and it's gonna be a 10-win season. It if it's the same when Bob was running the show and in the Big 12, it didn't like we were always going to be at the top 2 or 3 teams because Bob was the head coach and he had done it so many damn times, and it didn't really matter what his roster constructed of. You just knew, hey, Bob's gonna it.
Right.
They went 8-5, but it's another 10-win season.
Yeah, you look at Georgia's had Carson Beck, and who was the one that won the national championship when they played TCU? That's a couple of examples who they've had a quarterback. I can't remember his name. Both of them look like they should be, I don't know, data analysts at like Google or something. I can't remember his name, but
I'll look it up.
But
oh, that's funny.
Stockton is every bit as good as those other two guys.
Stetson Bennett.
Thank you.
It's Bennett. Yeah.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah, who did nothing in the next level. Like Stetson Bennett couldn't even hold a clipboard.
We haven't heard of him since that national title game.
Yeah, what is he doing now? Maybe I'm kind of like, where is he at? Please say Google. I will die. Oh no, he's the number 3 quarterback.
He's holding a clipboard for
Matthew Stafford and Jimmy Garoppolo at the Rams.
Okay.
So no, not quite at Google yet.
Yeah.
But he's in the area though. Like it's probably
Yeah, he can get a job there.
Yeah. Walk on, turn starting quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Nick Saban did the same thing.
Right.
I mean, the quarterbacks that he had were. It's all about the offense and defensive line, man.
Yeah.
They just know how. It's the development, it's the strength and conditioning all through the year. They just.
Yeah. You look at the running backs that have came through Georgia and Alabama the last 10 or 15 years too, dude. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, having those, all pro, not all pro, but all SEC, all American running backs too in the backfield never hurts a thing. So,
yeah, you talk a little bit of OU running backs. That's why I feel like Xavier Robinson, man. He looks like an SEC tailback. Like,
he goes about 230, 240, doesn't he?
He's 239. Our buddy big, Eli was like, he's bigger than what you said. I'm like, what?
Yeah. He's 240.
He's 240 pounds.
Yeah.
I like it. Oh.
Yeah.
I
like you got, like, he's not a fat 240.
No.
Either. Like,
he's not a guy. Little baby fat.
Yeah, but he's not a guy you just give goal line carries. He's a 240 that can get those extra yards in between the 20s and everything else too. So I think he'll be a nice complement to Jaden Ott in that backfield. So yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah,
we're both big X-Rob fans.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, do we want to switch gears and get into the return production a little bit?
Yeah, let's do it.
So, yeah, we did some return production a week or two ago on the defense. So now we're going to flip sides here and check out the offense a little bit.
Yeah, so you want to do quarterbacks, corners, quarterbacks, secondary, or
are we doing offense or are we doing
it? Oh, man, it don't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Wherever. Yeah. It's all loaded, man. What do you want to see?
Let's do the glorified position of QB to start with, I guess.
Okay. All right. So, man, where do we want to start? So what I took last week was looking at specifically like deep passing of OU quarterbacks and kind of compared John Mateer to that. And what I've got here is pretty much every statistic imaginable. So I've got the 25 rosters. I have it broken out by air yards, like behind the line of scrimmage, 0 to 9, to medium 9 to 19 to deep. So like all of their 24 passing, how they have it broken out. I have the all 2024 quarterbacks and the ranking for quarterback versus pressure. I have quarterback versus scrambling. And then I also have on another page how they like all quarterbacks in like different coverages. So like sliced and diced all kinds of different stuff. And so I kind of want to like take a look at again focusing on deep passing because I think that or we could look at let's look at deep passing. What do you think? You want to go into deep?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what's a deep pass is good to start with.
Yeah, can you see that?
Yep.
Okay. So, returning production, 2025 rosters, SEC rosters. I have it sorted out by, again, this is 20 air yards. So, John Mateer had 12 touchdowns over 20 air yards and 6 interceptions. The next best was a tie between Garrett Nussmeier for LSU with 9 touchdowns and Joey Aguilar, which is the Appalachian State transfer to Tennessee, with 9. Not bad. I mean, literally, he had a 2-to-1 touchdown ratio in his, it was Pac-12 / Midwestern Conference, whatever. I don't care. But he had, 800 yards. He averaged 13 yards per attempt. He had 17 big time throws. And he had a quarterback rating of 87. So pretty good. I mean, this is like way different than if you look way down here to Jackson Arnold, who he's replacing.
The 12 and 6 touchdown to interception ratio is not good.
Yeah, it's okay.
It is 2-to-1.
Yeah.
What?
Over 20 air yards. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that. I would respectfully disagree with you on that one. I would not want a 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio.
Well, how about 9 to 19 yards and have a 7-to-7 interception ratio like Garrett Nussmeier? He had 7 touchdowns and 7 interceptions from 9 to 19 air yards.
Yeah, that sucks too. That does suck worse. I agree.
Mateer was 6-1.
Yeah.
So 9 to 19 air yards. John Mateer had 6 touchdowns and 1 pick. So, I mean, if you look at this, I mean, like having,
Jackson had some really good stats there. Did you see that?
Yeah, he had 0 picks on 7 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Let's look at completion percentage. Blake Shapen, Ashton Daniels, Arch Manning, and then John Mateer are your top 4 completion percentage. Completion percentage.
Ashton Daniels. Who did he play for?
That's a good point. I don't know.
Huh.
I can add it.
Interesting.
1 second.
Yeah, all right. Curious.
I can add it, the 24 team, because there's so many like conferences and stuff, or like transfers. It's kind of hard to.
So I wonder if Missouri got a transfer in.
Oh, that he's from Stanford.
And
he's going. I think that's Ole Miss.
Is that Ole Miss?
I think it's Ole Miss.
Oh, I think you're right.
Oh no, it's Auburn.
Auburn.
So that's Jackson Arnold's.
Gotcha. That's his competition.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's go back to over 20 air yards. Let's see. John Mateer completed. Let's see. Let's sort of by completion percentage. Garrett Nussmeier, number 1, 79%. Joey Aguilar, 72%. Talon Green, 25%.
I don't think that's.
Oh, my bad.
Yep.
There we go.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yep.
Oh, look at that number one. Arch Manning, number one. Well, he
yeah.
only completed 8 passes over 20 air yards
Yeah, that's
last year. So
couple of backups up
think
there
about
up
that,
top.
man. All the crowning of his ass, and he's
Yeah.
only completed 8 completions over 20 air yards, and they're already like, anyway.
They appointed him the second coming.
Yeah. Stockton with 2 completions for 81%. But obviously, Garrett Nussmeier and his 31 completions for 79%. I mean, that's pretty good. I would have to say though, most of this, and when we take a look at the short passing, I mean, he had so much time to throw. When I saw this and I started looking at I rewatched OU LSU and I watched a few other LSU games. He has all the time to throw. He doesn't have to move. Like, he just stands there. He takes like one shuffle step. I don't think he's gonna have that luxury again.
Yeah,
Not
maybe
after
not.
with those 2 draft picks. I don't know. I don't
He
think
won't.
he's gonna.
Yeah, he won't have that luxury November 30th. That's for sure.
RMT had a great sack on him.
Mm-hmm.
Great sack. I posted that on TFB. Lenore Sellers, he's ranked like on completion percentage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with 77%. He had 7 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. John Mateer is about 8th in completion percentage at 75. Again, he had 17 big time throws, 12 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. DJ Lagway is like on the bottom half on like all of these.
Yeah, they're expecting him to make a big leap from everything that I've heard.
Yeah. So let's look at quarterback versus pressure. So pressure defined as 5 or more rushers. It's usually an advanced stat on like quarterback has actually moved off his platform. So it's kind of like pressure, almost like a scrambling, but not quite. And I've got it ranked here. This is all quarterbacks from last year. This is not looking at return production. This is all quarterbacks from last year. And Jackson Arnold, technically, according to SIS, was 3rd in the country in quarterback versus pressure with a completion percentage of 54%.
He was only under pressure.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, he was only.
Yeah, he was all 100% under pressure. So yeah, that's funny.
So coming down here, and I have it ranked of all quarterbacks again. So DJ Lagway 18th in the country. Cameron Ward was 21. John Mateer 22.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 22.
And Mateer was still ahead of Nussmeier and Ewers.
Yep. Nussmeier
and
number 20.
And Sellers.
Yep.
Holy
yep.
moly. Okay.
Yes. Completion percentage. John Mateer was ranked 22 in the nation last year. He was ranked ahead of Garrett Nussmeier, Quinn Ewers, Klubnik, and Sellers. He had, let's see here, 27 completions of 338 yards and 4 touchdowns, while being sacked 33 times, mind you. Or sorry, 23 times.
Yeah, he didn't have.
Is that 23 or 30? No, it's 33 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not bad.
Who was at the very top?
Shador.
That makes sense since he was a top 10 pick in the NFL draft, right?
Yeah, they probably, sacked 42 times.
That's crazy too.
But again, this is a ranking on completion percentage under quarterbacks under pressure. 5 or more rushers and moved off your platform.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Will Howard was up there pretty high too.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I don't want to. We're probably going to talk about this more in the next month or so, but I just want to go ahead and bring it up now. I just feel like OU looks like a bit of a mold of the Ohio State route that they took last year.
Yeah.
So that's why I keep thinking they can make a playoff run. You just look at, you had a good, not elite transfer come in. That's what Will Howard was, and you brought in. You just have all the skill around him. Good defensive team. I don't know. It just feels like another one of those Ohio State type built teams that we have this year. So we'll get into that, I'm sure, next month when we make our predictions and things like that. But
yeah. Look, Mateer was higher than Jackson Dart. I mean, we're going to the whole cross conference thing. Mateer had a good season, and he could have another good season. Let's look at scrambling. So this is where it gets a little. This is like legitimately scrambling out of the pocket. So this is out of the pocket movement, and again, we're looking at completion percentage, quarterbacks scrambling out of the pocket, all quarterbacks from 2024. Let's take a look. Shedeur Sanders there's at 4. Lenore Sellers, number 9.
Darian Minshaw is about 6 there.
UCLA guy. Or sorry, Tulane guy.
Yep, Tulane.
Tulane. Pavia. Diago Pavia, 16th in the country with 58%. Let's see here.
That's whose name popped in my head when you said scrambler, because I saw Pavia scramble so many times last year for Vanderbilt and pick up some yardage. Little short dude.
Yeah. Let me look at something here.
Is Kevin Jennings coming back for SMU? These are all guys that are returning, correct?
No, this is all quarterbacks in 24.
Okay. That's right.
All quarterbacks, 24 quarterbacks
and stuff. That's right.
Yeah. Dylan Gabriel in here at 17, Arnold at 19, and then Mateer at 22.
Okay.
And then Carson Beck below him, Riley Leonard below him, Nico,
names below him.
Yep. Taylon Green of Arkansas below him at 30. Garrett Nussmeier 33.
Yeah. Cam Ward.
I'm telling you, if you get Nussmeier moved off his platform, he's toast.
Yeah.
He is not an accurate passer if you get him moving. He doesn't have the speed. He doesn't have the fluidity, whatever you want to call it. Mateer has it. He doesn't have it. I lean towards Mateer being a little bit better of a quarterback. He's going to prove it on the field next year than Nussmeier. Nussmeier benefited from having like an NFL line. He had an NFL bookend tackles. He's not going to have that next year, man. Will Campbell is a 4th overall pick in the draft. And then I forgot the other guy's name. You're going to have to, who was the right tackle for LSU last year? That's going to bother me.
Yeah.
He went number 1 too, or in the first round too.
First round, did he?
I'm pretty sure. That's gonna.
I don't remember his name.
It's like
Will Campbell's the only one I remember.
Emory Jones.
Huh.
Emory Jones. He was a good one, man. He had 2 starting. Emory Jones is going to end up starting. He good tackles. Nussmeier's not going to have that next year. He's going to get pressured. Cameron Ward down here at 35, Kyle McCord at 37, and that pretty much rounds out Brady Cook at 43, and then of course
I saw Sam Levitt down there.
Sam Levitt
pretty low too. Yeah, there were some couple other.
There he is. Sam Levitt 48. Yep. Well, anyway, John Mateer ranks at number 22.
Okay.
Quarterback scrambling outside of the pocket and completion percentage for 56%. Pretty good. Let's look at. I was testing this out. I'm not sure if this is going to work or not. But I was looking at like the coverages. I was looking at like what were some of like the best quarterbacks in different coverages. Again, this is all quarterbacks, I believe. Yeah, this is all quarterbacks. And I was just kind of like, kind of exploring a little bit. So like cover 3, look at that.
Huh.
Cover 3, quarterback. Not this. No, this is a bad title. I'm gonna rewrite this title. It'll confuse people. People will see this and be like, "Oh, title says something different." There we go. Quarterback versus coverage. All 2024 quarterbacks. Cover 3. Garrett Nussmeier and John Mateer had the exact number of completed passes at 39. But Mateer had 2 touchdowns and 1 pick. Nussmeier had 1 touchdown and 3 picks.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Huh.
Cover 3 is like as far as like zone coverages go, like SEC, that's one of the favorite
Pretty
zone
common.
coverages is
Yeah.
cover 3. For the most part, there's a lot of man coverage like Georgia. Mike Elko runs cover 3 match, which is basically man with rules. But a lot of the SEC teams run man coverage. Looking at cover 1, which is a man coverage, Garrett Nussmeier, 60 completions, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks. That kind of separates him from all the other quarterbacks, is man coverage. And really, that's like my guy can beat your guy. So that's really like the guys that are around him are separating. So Aaron Anderson, who's 5.
Jackson Arnold, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. So,
yep, his struggle was zone.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, his struggle was zone. Like that. Go back to that interception in Tennessee. Remember where he just they were running cover 2. He tried to hit the whole shot, which is dumb, and it was an easy pick. Cover 2. If we're looking at cover 2, looking at completions, Nussmeier 44 completions, John Mateer 38. Again, Nussmeier 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions for Nussmeier. John Mateer 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. So like I feel like if LSU can get into man coverage, they got the receivers on the outside to beat people, and Nussmeier had time, he can deliver the ball. That's their offense. Again, picking on Nussmeier just a little bit because I'm kind of sick of him being like the freaking like. Look at this. This is returning production. This is passes behind the line of scrimmage. Behind the line of scrimmage, Nussmeier had 77 passes behind the line of scrimmage for 23 first downs.
It's not even close.
Like, what?
Between him and Sellers, that's crazy.
Athletes, man. LSU has got the athletes. How easy at the day of the office do you have to be at quarterback to stand there? You got receivers that are being man coverage, and you drop it off behind the line of scrimmage, and they get 23 first downs.
I feel like Sark does that a lot at Texas. And so, like, I feel like Arch's stats could, like, go up here for Texas this year. That'd be my guess. Like, if you had Ewers in here, I bet Ewers he had a lot of completions behind the line of scrimmage, you know?
Yeah, this is just looking at the quarterbacks that came back.
Yeah.
But these are the quarterback stats. It's not like the receivers that they have. This is what they literally, what the quarterbacks literally could do last year. And I saw that and I was like, damn, Nussmeier, he completed like that. What is, Brad, you're the mathematician. What's 23 out of 77? That seems like a crazy number to me.
Yeah, no, that feels like a little, what is that? A little under
That's
60.
30%.
Yeah.
30% of your completions behind the line of scrimmage are going for first downs? What? No way. There's no way that's happening again. Bullshit. I call BS. We're playing that card game. I'm calling BS on Nussmeier every time. He's taking a step back. There's no way. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Anyway, so that's what I got on quarterback. I mean, I got a little bit more. If you want to look at like, this is from our breakdown of the whole the entire offense for. So this here. We're looking at this one right here. Geez, excuse me. Let me get in here. Okay, so this is coverage usage in the SEC. This is like giving you an idea how often SEC uses coverages and cover 1, cover 4, cover 2, 3, etc. Cover 1 24% of the time, and cover 1 23% of the time, cover 4 17% of the time. Cover 4, this is most likely quarters, man match with rules, but looking at John Mateer, this is specifically John Mateer, and I will rewrite this title. John Mateer. John Mateer's best usage or best production out of a coverage was cover 5. So this is 2 deep coverage, man underneath. He had 85% completion against it. That's pretty good. 12 completions over 14 attempts, but he saw a lot of cover 3. 60%. He completed 39 passes for 64 attempts for 390 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's going to get a heavy dosage of cover 3, and he's going to get a heavy dosage of cover 1. This is very different than Nussmeier's stats that we just looked at. Nussmeier was like killing it in cover 1. Mateer last year did not do so good against cover 1. You're hoping, as an OU fan,
right?
Deion Burks and Sategna can run away, just simply run away from man coverage, because he can deliver it. But he completed 49% of his passes in cover 1. He had 32 completions on 65 attempts and 5 touchdowns. So when you're as an OU fan are hoping, hey, he's gonna have better athletes come mid-season next year when you come here on Champion Standard and you come and check in, and we look at this cover 1 stat, he's gonna get a bunch of man coverage, absolutely, in the SEC. And if he flipped this, it's because Deion Burks and Sategna are running away. They're running away and they're getting open. He's finding them.
Yeah, hopefully we get that run game going a little bit. That can get some of those guys cheating up a little more and get some more separation on the back end. But
yeah, well, Brad, that's all I got, man.
No, that's
Unless
good.
You want to go to another group?
No, let's just do QB today. We'll save the others. We got another 6 weeks. We can talk about a few of those others. And when August gets here, I think we ought to, part of our stuff ought to be injury updates from camp and stuff like that, and what we're hearing, of course. But I think we need to have a few guests on in August too, just to kind of get their preseason feel of the season. And I know we'll have our predictions coming up too.
Yeah, we got Coach coming on and talk a little wide zone. We'll reach out to the TFB, our good friends at TFB, if they want to hop on. Gotta get JY on and talk offense. I got like 2 tabs worth of offensive line.
Right.
And we gotta talk some offensive line.
Right.
Because that JY like grand slammed it out of the park last fall. Like in fall camp, it wasn't a surprise to you and me. But to and our listeners, it was a surprise to a lot of other people. JY came on and was just like, "This is what's gonna happen, folks," and it happened. Got to get him back on.
Yeah, we'll get him on mid camp, and that way we've known they've had a couple of scrimmages, and he can form some other opinions other than the ones he already has, which are always great. So it sounds like a plan. We want to wrap things up.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody again for joining us today. Please like and subscribe. We need the subscribers. Really appreciate it. Until next time, Boomer Sooner, everybody, take care.
That's my standard.